Well guys, I don't know if you can tell by the title, but it has been a rough 2 weeks. Now, I'm going to show what happened to the car, and I'm gonna go through and just check everything because I've not yet done that. Most recent accident happened on a Saturday. It is currently Sunday, and the Saturday of it was extremely rainy. But to start things off, I'm gonna go back about 2 weeks to the end of November. It's probably been a little bit longer than that, but long story short, I was in the process of filming a DoorDash video in the Miata because I have a 240 project, and if you've not seen that, I'm gonna leave a description below for you guys to check it out. But the goal with that project is to rebuild the entire thing by doing side hustles, right? And the first thing I was gonna do is DoorDash. Well, before I even was able to complete an order, I sat down, I filmed the intro in my car, and right after I filmed the intro, I got hit. I didn't get to film me actually getting hit, but it was just a light scrape. It put a hole in my bumper. Not too big of a deal, right? Okay, now the second accident is extremely stupid, and I will admit that this is completely my fault. But what had happened was I got the front bumper repainted at the body shop, and they're a really good place. They're called SRM Paintworks in Elkin. If you guys are local, you should check them out. They do really good work. I went to start the car, right? And I was talking to my dad because he had pulled up beside me. He's the one that dropped me off. And while I was talking to him, I was like halfway sitting in the car, halfway out. I was like this. So I had my right foot on the clutch pedal, which was already a bad idea. And when I had went to go start it, I did not check if it was in gear because I was just excited. I was ready to go. And the e-brake was not pulled this time, so it just rolled, and it rolled slap into the corner of the wall of the body shop in which I got it painted from. And it was extremely embarrassing. I had to go back in there literally not even 10 minutes later, and I was like, hey, so how much would it cost to paint the other side? But to explain what had happened with the post that I feel like everybody has seen, and as a disclaimer, I did not intend to like clout chase or take advantage of what he had done. I'm not trying to compare my situation to his. His was a lot worse, and he was a lot less fortunate. My car seems to be intact completely. It's still drivable. If anything, it's probably just a fender bender and maybe some bent tie rods at most. And not only is the car okay, I'm okay, and I did not get hurt at all, which is insane to think about considering the drop-off that it was. It was just ironic that I was wearing the same shirt, and I took the opportunity to retake the iconic photo, you know? But I do want to say him going about it the way that he did was a huge inspiration for me to handle it the way that I am. And I hope you guys can see that and don't think I'm just trying to take advantage of something else that had happened. But to get a full grasp of what had happened, I'm going to take you guys to the spot that I actually had wrecked, because I feel like the initial video I had posted did not do it much justice to how steep that hill was. I felt as if I almost lost my life, but I'll let you guys decide if it was as scary as it was. Okay guys, we are at the spot in which I crashed, I guess you could say. I ended up between these two trees right here, this one and this one, and I came all the way from the top of that hill all the way down. That's a big ass hill. And those two trees is where the car ended up, so that was at least a 15 to 20 foot drop off, nearly straight down. Like, you guys see me try to climb up. I came all the way around this curve, down past this last yellow sign, and I went right there about where she's sitting and went off the hill. Well, somehow, some way, the car's okay. She runs, she's a little cockeyed, but that's okay, I guess. But now I'm gonna get into trying to get up under it and see what all else got fucked up. I hope those clips gave you guys a good representation of how steep that hill was and how scary it was. Well guys, as expected, there is a little bit of frame damage. Right here where the bumper ran straight into the tree, it essentially folded this whole piece back, which, I mean, I'm not surprised. That bash bar looks okay, but this whole piece got folded back. On the other side, it's not even like that. You can see right here, this crease pretty good. It snapped off part of that bracket and it fucked up the light. There's probably some more wrong with it. As a reference, this is the non-pooch side. It's not folded at all. That bracket's not folded either. Overall, I think it's okay. If you give it a really good look along this body line right here, there is a bigger gap than there used to be. Definitely a bigger gap right here. The fender line is really large. It's large here and narrows out. It's extremely close to the headlight, and just as a reference point on this side, there's at least a 1/4 inch gap. There's almost no gap over here. Body line straight, pretty much even all the way across. The only other major thing that I have found is this linkage that connects to the sway bar here. I don't even think it broke. It literally just popped out of the hole in which it was held into. In terms of the rear end, there doesn't seem anything major to be wrong other than like the tow hook being caked. And this tow hook here got pretty beat up from being pulled out, but the rest of it seems to be okay. You guys might be able to tell in the video, but the pinch welds got scraped all to hell. Frame rails seem to be okay. That big dent right there is from me making a rookie mistake, but other than that, frame rails are scraped all to hell. Underside got a plenty of grass. To summarize everything that I found, the front end is, the frame's definitely bent at least a little bit. The fender line don't line up. Sway bar linkage snap. Pinch welds are scraped all to hell. But other than that, it's just cosmetic damage. Fenders are a little dented. Bumpers fucked up. Overall, I got pretty lucky. I'm very fortunate for the situation to go the way that it did. I've seen people get hurt much more and in lesser accidents. So for me to be able to go off a 15 to 20 foot hill and the car still be drivable with very minimal damage, only being slight frame damage and some cosmetic stuff, I can't complain. Now, if you guys enjoyed watching this video, please give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing. I will still be working on this car eventually. I'm probably still gonna do the DoorDash video, even though I wrecked the car. If you wanna check out the 240 series, I'm gonna be putting an RB in it soon, and I'm gonna be doing the side hustles for that, so the link's gonna be down below for that. And that's all I got for you guys today. Peace.